interviews.
It gives you smiles.
Special guest, the professor, breaks down top NBA player moves.
He hesitates for a second, and he explodes to the basket.
We update you on all the 2K Pro M Road to final action.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs up against the New Orleans Pelicans. Well, for New Orleans, they've gone 4-1 over the last 5, playing pretty well, and they're looking to build on that tonight. And Kenny, tonight we have two of the more veteran rosters in the league competing. Obviously, a lot of experience out there on the floor. What kind of game do you think we'll see with all these vets?
Well, with vets, you're going to see good floor spacing, guys who take care of the basketball, and they're going to get back on the defensive end. You don't have to coach guys like that. You just let them go. You're going to be doing all the little things that make the big difference in winning and losing.
You're right, Kenny, because both teams have seen everything.
The Tower of the Americas at Hemisphere Park, reminders of the International Expo San Antonio hosted years back. We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Spurs, live on 2K Sports. We welcome you this Thursday evening as we get set for some exciting NBA action on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harley. The Spurs happy to be returning to San Antonio after the road trip. They've definitely started the season right with a hot start.
And this is a team they'll see a lot of, 4 times total this season. The first game went their way. We'll see if they can push it to a 2-0 lead tonight.
And guys, doing it here in the second game, again, would be huge. I mean, it would really establish them as the dominant figure, the dominant team in these matchups.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans. New Orleans leading by 7. Here's Evans. He's coming off a 13-point game against Milwaukee.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring and setting up his teammates.
Kicks it to Johnson. Diaw with the steal for the finish. That was incredible.
Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
And Clark, the
basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Pelicans ahead, up 5. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for New Orleans right now, we've got Tyreke Evans, Ryan Anderson out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Johnson. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Grizzlies was just a man on a mission. He ended with 32 points, and he was his usual self on the defensive end, providing a bunch of steals. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing.
And, you know, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play.
Pelicans leading by 3. Pass to Anderson. Evans outside. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. A chance to check out the shooting guards across the NBA that have averaged the highest number of assists over the last month. Freak third.
And what that group has a great understanding of is the importance of ball movement. I mean, they can all create their own shot, but their superb ability to set up teammates really stands out.
Yeah, I think you've got to attribute it to the unselfish attitude that each of them has. I mean, sure, they're going to attack and make sure they get their points, but they get just as much satisfaction in racking up assists, too. You look at them and what they're trying to do on offense, and I like it. I really do. I like the way they're using the entire court. They're spreading the... Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful team.
And you can see the importance of that steal. I mean, really a 4-point turnaround with the conversion at the other end right there.
Yeah, the importance of the defense there. Instead of giving up the bucket and having that 5-point deficit, all of a sudden, we got a tie ball game.
Clock at 6. It's stolen by West. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Fires from deep. And again, the three-point shot is good from Freak. And it's a 3-point Spurs lead. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers. He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And check out the numbers for Freak. Just an incredible month of basketball. About 37 a night, just over 4 steals and 6 assists. So much of what this team does revolves around his offense.
Well, his mindset allows him to stack those points up. He wants to carry the load, and clearly he does.
Evans passes to Davis. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Evans has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Tell you what, guys, his size really comes into play when there's a rebound battle going on. He's got an advantage in there.
Here's Gordon. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Taking a look at San Antonio. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, the New Orleans Pelicans. They're just sitting one spot down right on their heels.
And, you know, for the Pelicans, they have performed above and beyond expectations thus far. As good as they've been, is it fair to wonder just how long they can keep this up?
Of course it is. I mean, I'll tell you this. They may have snuck up on some of their opponents here in the early season, but they're not sneaking up on anybody anymore. Teams will be ready for them. Terrific game for Freak. He has 17 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
And that's been an important part of his game today. It's really spaced the floor.
Leonard with the steal. Here's Dellavedova, defended by Gordon. Pass to Freak from downtown. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter. And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Three-pointer, Dellavedova. The shot's good on the assist by West. Dellavedova's got 6 points.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense.
That was incredible.
Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And, Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor. That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Freak with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way. As much as you just saw him do there, Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Zach Randolph is checked in for Laverne. Anderson comes in for West. And Tony Parker subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Feeds it to Freak. Three-pointer. They get the rebound. Randolph. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Randolph's got 5 now.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Adding to their lead, and you see that field goal percentage for the game steadily heading north.
And here's Anderson from the arc. That one falls coming off Johnson's feed. Anderson's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the 3-ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
And here's Freak. 32 points for him last game against Memphis.
And it just wasn't about the offense. I mean, he was racking up the steals and taking advantage of some sloppy play by the opponent.
Leaps for it, and Holiday kicks to Morris. Johnson dishes to Morris. They set the screen. Holiday left side. 3 seconds left. Misses off the left iron.
The defense needs to play tight on him.
Today on NBA 2K TV, it's our regular season finale. We look back at some of our favorite player interviews.
It gives you smiles.
Special guest, the professor, breaks down top NBA player moves.
He hesitates for a second.